I'm pulling out of camp this morning about 6 a.m. Much more my type of start. Good night last night, slept pretty well. Getting some light rain this morning, some mist coming through, it's clouded up, that'll help. I decided to make use of my buff this morning to put it under my compression sock and give that area that had the hogweed exposure yesterday a little more sun protection. It's an SPF 50 buff, so that should help. Today's plan, I finished about 3 miles short of my goal yesterday, so I'm gonna press on, see if I can maybe close that gap by the end of this day to maybe get caught up, or at least 2 miles or less. Gonna go over, I think it's Sewaddle Pass here in a few minutes. A few miles, a little while. And then drop down to a valley, cross the Sewaddle River, go back up a ridge, and that's where I was planning to camp tonight. I think the miles get kind of long. I'm sure when I descend back down into the forest, it'll be more blowdown fun. But yeah, I'm gonna truck on here. I really didn't want to give up on this hike, and there's a bailout point, I think, at Sewaddle as well at the river, so if I had to, I could do that, but I think I'm gonna be fine. I'm using all kinds of prevention and cleaned that area last night with both hand sanitizer and soap, and was using like leaves to keep my hands out of it, so hopefully that all worked. Cleaned my socks as well from yesterday. Hopefully got all the stuff out of those, and we'll be on our way. All right, beautiful morning, some blue sky out there, some clouds as well. Gonna enjoy the coolness this morning and make some miles. Here we go. This was my goal for last night. So I'm on to day 3's plan at least. I think that was like 4,000 feet elevation gain in 19.6 miles or something like that. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep trucking. It's nice and really still. It's the way I like it. Not a lot of views at Sewaddle Pass this morning. Sure you can get some views on the edges when they're available, but it's pretty cloudy. So off Sewaddle Pass here, we'll descend all the way down to Sewaddle River. I think it's at like 2,300 feet. I know it's the low 2000s, and at least at about 4,500 feet, I'm at 6,000 right now. There's an area where currently the blowdowns are horrible. I'm expecting blowdowns as I descend, more overgrown meadows and all the rest. But yeah, off to a good start this morning. Prepared for those things to be a challenge and to just progress through the day here. Thanks for joining me on another one of Charlie's hikes. Well, I got chilled going over Sewaddle Pass. A lot of wet meadows, and I should have put my rain gear on or left it on. I should have put my rain pants on at the beginning of the day. So that was just dumb. I knew better, but yeah, my shorts got wet. My shirt got wet to some extent. My hands got wet. Knees, socks, shoes. Socks and shoes were kind of a given, at least the shoes. But yeah, it got chilled. So I've been adding layers as I descend. At some point, if the blowdowns get serious, I'm gonna have to probably take some stuff off to preserve some gear. But for now, I'm just trying to keep it moving and got my core temp stabilized thanks to my fleece. That was a big step. And working on drying my gear out, which I'm wearing. So more to come, but yeah, it's a cool morning. Last time I looked, it was in the 40s. I think it was upper 40s, but it said it was falling. I haven't looked in a while. So yeah, definitely chilly, and then when you get wet, it's a recipe for problems. So stupid one on my end. Anyway, heading down, and not to the serious blowdowns yet. In fact, I haven't seen one in quite a while. That's how this trail's been going. You get bad sections of blowdowns, and then sometimes nothing for quite a while, particularly up high. Down low yesterday, that was pretty brutal. So I'm expecting, like I said, to kind of hit that from time to time on this trail. One last thing, got an update on Milk Creek. Oh, I talked about that last night. I don't need to mention that to you. But yeah, Milk Creek's going to be a significant challenge tomorrow. But if I can get through that, then I'm on my way. So planning to finish, I think, a few miles short of where I drop into Milk Creek tonight. And if I have the energy, I might go a little further. See if I can't hit Milk Creek descent and ascent on fairly fresh legs in the morning. Anyway, those are my thoughts for now. As you can see, everything's wet. And yeah, it's the way it goes. So the blowdowns out here, each one is a little challenge. If you stare at it just enough, you can see where other hikers have gone, and that's usually the way through. In this case, just to the left of this big tree, through there, and then I think to the right and around. So that's the way to do it. You just have to be patient. You're not going to make super great time on this trail, but you start early, you got all day, and you just make your way. Each blowdown is one fewer blowdown to cross in the future here. This has been a particularly fun area. It's near a campground. Seems like bad blowdown areas are near campgrounds. Anyway, some over, some under. There was one challenging one where you had to get up on multiple logs and then figure out a safe way to descend. Well, I'm developing more skills managing blowdowns out here. That really bad section, which just ended, started at Buck Creek Pass Junction and continued to was all through there, but I'd say it continued for half mile to a mile southbound. So if you're going through there, just prepare yourself mentally. I had to keep laughing because you're gonna round every corner. You think maybe that's, they're gonna start tapering off. And started thinking of the old Price is Right with Bob Barker. It's like, what did he win, Bob? He just solved a giant blowdown challenge. Whoa, we've got for him another blowdown challenge right around the corner. So you definitely don't ever rest on your laurels out here. The next challenge is not far away. Well, here's a good challenge. That's a huge blowdown. Just wiped out the trail. But I'm looking around and I found this little footpath up. So it's going to be up and over. Got signs of trail work in here not too long ago. Again, much appreciated. I just saw it off. There were a few walkover blowdowns, but so far this section of trail has been much easier after I came through the, I don't know what to call it, blowdown megacity back there. All right, I'm guessing the trail crew was in here maybe a year or two ago, because that's pretty gnarly looking. Looks like you can get through it. I see why, but yeah, I think they would have assessed that one. So this is the next blowdown adventure. You can see there's a burn area, so probably fairly recent. So all kinds of stuff to work around. I find these much more challenging than ones on flatter ground, because they've always got the potential of rolling downhill, and it's a pretty steep slope. Well, it's been a bit of a long walk down here to the Swattle River Bridge. But I'm almost there. I'm within a mile. Cold soaking lunch. Gonna do things a little differently today. I already picked some water up, and I'll have about 1.5 liters, I think, starting out of here. Maybe 1.33 liters. Got a big climb ahead. Going to, I think it's called Dolly Vista Camp tonight. That's the goal. That will get me back on my schedule, and I don't think there are any camps between here and there, at least on far out. There might be some that aren't marked, but anyway, I would like to get up the ridge because tomorrow's Milk Creek, and like I said, I want to get an early start and do it on as fresh legs as possible. So that is the plan. It's heating up as I come down here. Thankfully, it's a little cooler by the river, but it's been heating up. Been kind of on a sun-baked ridge for a while, and yeah, that's the report. Less blowdowns than certainly earlier. It's been pretty easy traversing here, so just cruising along between 2.5 and 2.8 miles an hour. Nothing too crazy, just putting one foot in front of the other, and about 14 miles into the day. So today's gonna be like a 23 miler if I get all the way to Dolly Vista. So a big day, bigger than I was aiming for early in the hike, but yesterday was so challenging, and I really wanted to get back on schedule. So, well, I jinxed myself. Here's a blowdown. It's an easy under though. Alright, had a lovely lunch of rice and lentils with some good seasoning. Definitely some cayenne pepper in there. Yeah, hung out here at the river for a bit. met Butterfly. He's hiking southbound on the PCT, and he's doing about 14 miles a day. He's up ahead of me, going through the blowdowns behind me. So I'm going to start ascending this ridge. It's a 3,400 foot climb to where I want to camp tonight. I've already had a pretty sizable day, so I'm just going to take it one step at a time, take it slow, and make my way up there. All right, great lunch. Oh, two other northbound section hikers went by as well. They had come from Cascade Locks, and they give great trip report. One of the things they said is the serious blowdowns end in about 4 miles. So on this climb, they also said Milk Creek sucks. So, but we all know that. Time for some more log walking fun. I just had a great chat with Butterfly. He's from Germany originally, lives in California, hiking southbound on the PCT, hiking with another person out here. I can't remember her trail name. They've just been hiking temporarily. He's just had a great chat with him. The kind of chat you have on these trails where, you know, you're talking about life and retirement and careers and family, and we chatted for about 2 hours. I think we were both probably pretty starved for socializing. He's the first guy I saw all day, and the first one hiking my direction that I've seen in 2 days. So pretty cool. Might see him tonight at camp if I'm lucky. I really enjoyed chatting with him. Well, got about 6 miles of this climb to go. It's gonna get really serious in the last, I don't know, 2-3 miles. It looks like tight switchbacks and getting most of that 3,400 feet. So more to come. Got great electrolytes going. I made my own coconut water, salt. Those are the basic ingredients in all of them. Then I went for dehydrated fruit options. I went for fruits that are high in electrolyte items, like magnesium, potassium. I just looked them up. And this afternoon I had mango, and it's great. I'm loving it on this climb. It's hot. Another fun adventure. This looks exciting. I think it's just up and over on the right side. First rise, well, under the first blowdown, up the first rise. Under, over, down, watch your step, and then over this one. And now back to smooth trail. Devil's Club forest time. Here's a close-up of Devil's Club. Stuff's pretty nasty. Ran into one earlier. Can really irritate your skin for a long time. So I'm going to try to do my best to keep it off me. All right, at Vista Creek, I stopped and made up my recovery drink, which I have every day. I still have 2.7 miles and 1,600 feet to go, but I think it might be a dry camp tonight, so I wanted to make that up because it needs some water to rehydrate. So that's done. Got 2 liters of water, cameled up on electrolytes and water, so it should be good to go for tonight. And there's much more water up the trail in the morning, and there's probably water up there. I just didn't want to chance it, so just carrying 2 liters. Anyway, lots more blowdowns. I just did a epic, like, guessing 100-foot walk on a log to get over a huge area of blowdowns. Pretty wild. So it's like Jurassic blowdowns. That's a big part of this trail, big story of it, but also incredibly beautiful old growth forests. Some really cool people out here, and yeah, we're all in this together. It's pretty awesome. Well, I'm on mile 23. It's going to be a 24-mile day. Done about 4,500 feet of elevation gain. Got maybe 700 more to go. Big day. But I caught my mileage up once I get to the top with my goal that I set out to do when I came out here by this end of this day. So I gained those 3 miles back. That's gonna set up much better days ahead. Tomorrow, as I mentioned, Milk Creek, there's also, so that's a big valley. Gotta descend and ascend. And Kennedy Creek, which is after an alpine area, is used to have a bridge that's out, and here and it's not too bad, but it's a swift water crossing. So it's gonna be a big day for things that are considered challenges out here. Ladies earlier said blowdowns were just about over, the big ones. I don't know. My mindset is whatever's in front of me, I'm gonna hike over it. I love this time of day. It's a tough way to end the day after so much climbing with this big steep climb, but this is why I hike. Kind of pushing yourself to places and sometimes doing things that you don't want to do or you don't think you can do. So be there soon. I think the view is going to be spectacular up there, so I'll share that when I get there. This is fortuitous. I was hoping for some snow melt. So I'm going to pick up some more water here, so I am good to go in the morning. Awesome.